Welcome back to Talking Stupid.
I'll happily keep on chatting about any D&D thing people want to ask. I'll happily keep on chatting about any D&D thing people want to ask.
Stupid. Definitely worth the wait. Well, welcome back everybody to the next episode of Talking Stupid. Tonight I'm joined by Shane, it's with an S, not a C, saw. Don't call her Canadian, A, Bonna, Art. And Devin, I'm too fancy for a couch, Davenport. Thank you guys for all making it, and
thank you for having us.
We're going to have some questions today, and since Dwayne won't be joining us, we also get to wildly speculate.
This is interesting because the listeners at home, this might be the first time they heard about Dwayne's tragic demise. Because I don't think that would have happened in the episode yet.
I mean, did you guys want to spoil that already? Because I thought you had enough soundboards of Dwayne to like fake the rest of the campaign.
How about let me start and you guys will tell the story in little pieces as we go around.
You start off the story that we all know is true.
He was driving down the highway, no seatbelt, speeding.
When the old military base nearby decided that they were gonna dispose of their chemical weapons in response with the local treatise that just went through the United Nations.
And as part of that treatise, right, we've all seen it on the news, it involves running heavy pipelines straight out onto the highway, so...
And that poor 18-wheeler that was trucking along.
Yeah, he actually just choked on a straw wrapper. It was paper that got him at the end. That's it.
When he got home, then when he
was
got home, he slipped and fell in the bathtub, broke his fucking neck. So this episode Talk Stupid
Rest in peace, man.
To the memory of Dwayne. In memoriam.
In honor for Dwayne.
It's totally true. We swear it.
Alright. So we'll take us back a little ways as a refresher. We left off the last Talking Stupid around episode 35. So episode 36, you guys are traipsing through Geoswan territory, and you guys get confronted by, the three of them. I had to ask Shane, because Dwayne gave this one to Gus. Yeah, you passed a perception check, and he said that you recognized the smell of the Geoswan coming up on you. So, since he's not here to object, what do Geoswan smell like?
They smell like, it's like roasted nuts, but I mean, it's what it is, like chestnuts on an open fire, or like boiled peanuts or whatever.
It's a wildly different aroma.
That's a little different.
Roasted nuts, whatever you want. Or almonds left in a fire for too long. But like with like just a little bit of like freshly laid blacktop on top of that.
You guys weren't too disappointed when Tuk Tuk jumped off of the caravan, though.
Honestly, Gus loves it. Like if you could get like a candle that smelled like Tuk Tuk's armpits, he would. But they don't sell that on the Lawful Stupid store yet.
Day old matted fur.
We need to start that letter writing campaign to Cantrip Candles, get them back on board.
I mean, hit up Christoph with a C and he'll tell you.
Then, of course, the battle commences, and actually, from the get-go, it seemed like everything was going in your guys' favor until Dwayne pulled out that whole spinning capoeira death move and took Paul down a ways. And Devin, kudos for committing to the bit. Put yourself in a serious situation by choosing to faint at the sight of blood, and Dwayne deciding to go for the consecutive death blows. Tuk Tuk swoops in. Do you have any, like, as a player, regrets of, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, maybe I shouldn't have offered up Dwayne a reason to kill Tuk Tuk?
Sometimes it just be like that. So our stories, because I want us to be able to try stuff and not be afraid to, like, I think in the past campaigns I've just been afraid to fail. Like, if I fail, bad things happen, but, like, I've just learned that the failure is, a lot of times, that just makes for a good story. So I was like, you know what? I feel like this will make, because right now, like I said, Paul Barrow doesn't have a whole lot to him. Still trying to find that. And so I feel like that was just a piece we can give to that.
A little fail forward action. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I had to applaud the commitment, because, like, literally one round earlier when he did all of that damage, you pleaded with Dwayne, like, I don't want to die again. Don't kill me.
But I will lay down and let you murder me.
I want to go out on my own terms.
There's no mechanic in the game that makes me do this, but I will be unconscious. What is it? Could I have been stunned because I'm making this choice for my character? Yes. Is being unconscious much worse because you get an automatic crit? Yes.
I'll take it.
Luckily, though, I guess, Tuk Tuk swoops in, sacrifices himself, and then you guys give chase, take him, further into the woods, and then we get the fight between Paul and Gus as Paul picks up that cursed object and tries to end the life. What were you feeling, Devin, when you found out, like, immediately grabbing those, like, oh, another cursed item?
I was like, Alaria, are you in there? Can you hear me? I'm sorry. As a different character. No, I hope that I hope it was something he's gonna let me have, honestly. Like, it's gonna just be like a magic item that is, like, part of something else bigger, but it's just too powerful. It was gonna make me eat my brother.
I would be delicious.
I believe it. You eat all those foods, you are what you eat.
Yeah. I've been slowly making myself the finest meal.
Like, yeah, you're almost Neapolitan.
Just fine seasoning himself every day.
One man buffet, baby.
And I guess, so kind of a multi-person question here. So there was a lot of damage rolled out to Gus. So we'll start with you, Shane. Was there a quick moment where you were concerned that, like, ooh, this could take me down?
No. Just to be honest, I had a bunch of temp HP. I'm a big beefy boy. I got lots of tricks up my sleeves. I don't think that Paul Barrow on his best day could kill Gus. That's my claim that I'm gonna put out there is on Paul Barrow's worst day, on Paul Barrow's best day and Gus's worst day. Gus would still have to hold himself back from destroying Paul Barrow. I'm infinitely more powerful than he is.
Paul,
Okay.
Any feelings about that?
Yeah, I mean, we'll just back it up. Someday when the podcast ends and it's just the struggle between us as the gods of the universe, we'll find out.
1v1 me, level 7, bro.
Okay. No, why not now?
Okay, get your dice, fool.
Dwayne doesn't know that we kill ourselves while he's away.
Here we go.
we have the
Arena
PvP
combat.
underground during Talking Stupid. I don't give a shit. I'll murder you. I'll use all my broken spells that I don't use on Dwayne's monsters because I feel bad. There really is like it's two moves: me hitting you, you hitting the floor. No, me polymorphing you into a pigeon, and then me casting Animal Messenger to tell you to go tell May that you're a bitch.
I'm just gonna lie on dice rolls. Good luck, bud.
No, we're doing it in the D&D Beyond. So I can see
I'm gonna
your
figure out
rolls.
how to become a coder overnight.
See what max
figure
you're
it out.
at.
I thought polymorph was like a 4th level spell.
Yeah. If you don't multi-class, you have access to 4th level spells.
Yeah.
Whoever thought Shane would be the one to say that?
Dude.
If you don't multi-class.
What the DMs don't want you to know.
We'll take it to the streets one day, Devin. We won't take up all the time and talking stupid with our grudge match, but eat your Wheaties.
Did you say weenies?
I said Wheaties.
Wheaties.
Okay, that one I heard.
Eat your Wheaties.
Whatever you need to do to bulk up, man.
I like the tiny hot dogs. They're very
Dude, I love a little smoky.
yeah,
Little
just you're not
smokies and
wrong.
barbecue sauce. I'll eat a whole bowl of them right now.
Bro, after we fight, that's what we'll do. Is
Right.
we'll just share that, no matter.
no matter what,
Yeah.
little smoky bros.
But after the fight.
Continuing that, in the hypothetical, because I don't want to ruffle feathers here, but in the hypothetical that Paul accidentally ended Gus when he dove in front of that blade, how would Paul handle that, and what would he tell Darling?
Oops.
She's back with Tuck.
I think he might run away. I think he might run away. Honestly, he might just run away.
It's like straight up into the
Can
woods.
handle it. Like, what do I say? Like, there's nothing I would not be able to justify. I would have to run away.
Well, underlying, I do think Paul Barrow is like a bit of a coward. As much bravado he puts up, like I think he is scared of things.
Just staying
he
inside
puts
of
up
his
the
own
face.
blood.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's the whole thing. Is like he's like a bit of a showman in that way, like a wrestler is.
Bravado.
Right? The whole thing's an act, and so he has the bravado. But sometimes things get scary. Things are a little scary.
Big spooky monsters. What I will say is that I anticipate that when Gus dies a hero's death very soon, his last words will be, "Darling, you could have taken literally any healing spell. You have so many on your list. This was very avoidable." And then he would go and say, "Sweet goodnight."
But instead, she has to make some warlock packs.
Give me a
to
fucking good berry.
Bring Tuck back.
I'm so hungry.
And so just to bring it full circle, Abon, I guess that's the new spin to the hypothetical. Darling finds Gus stabbed through the chest and tracks of Paul running off into the woods. What's she making of this as the campaign basically completely ends?
Well, it depends. Has she like already used her token to save Tug Tug, or is this I have now seen my brother's end, and I'm just gonna put my wish on that, because then she can fix everything there.
I'd have to imagine it was after, because I'm assuming you'd have to go look for them after nobody came back. So
Yeah. Oh well. They fucked around and found out, I guess.
She erects two tombstones. One says they fucked around. The other one says they found out.
Yep, them's my brothers.
Yeah, that feels about right. It's like, yep.
Paul Barrow is not dead.
dead.
He just left.
He'll probably get eaten up in the forest by the
Immediately
Aegisaurus.
eaten by an Aegisaurus.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here. It's like very unceremonious.
No more be numbed. And that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Well,
The campaign.
you just wait till
We're
I
done.
get to your butthole.
It's the same one.
We killed that
No,
one.
he exploded.
He got it. Oh,
He exploded.
it's his brother.
Avon, headphones off.
No. This is talking stupid.
Okay.
You have no
Well,
loss.
the thing I'll be
You have no
talking
loss
talking
here.
about is the intense gory description of an inside-out butthole explosion. So please buckle up.
Okay.
Basically, imagine the oldest strawberry you've ever seen. Now hit it with a tennis racket.
Like a toss and hit, or like smash onto a countertop?
Now the smell, let me ask you this. Have you ever been to the vet's office while they were expressing an anal gland? Now picture the strawberry. But the smell.
The more you know.
Hey, Zeebs.
I was gonna say, at one point, do I try and regain control of this?
Right now. Do it now.
Learning to be a host, right? But we didn't. None of that happened. Thank God. Apparently now.
Yeah. The darkest timeline was avoided.
But
Opportunities missed.
right. Darling, you did enter into a fun little pact to save Tuk Tuk. My first question to you on that was that kind of broadsided, or had you like dangled out to Dwayne that you had kind of wanted to look at maybe going Warlock?
That was kind of a decision made in the moment, and I believe it came into like, and that's the end of the episode, and then we recorded the next one right after that, so in that like 5-minute time we had between, I was like, this is what I want to do. I guess I'm going into Warlock. That's the best combination I can have for a bard, because Cha. Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I might be able to do this. Why not? Let's lean more into Fae even more. So really I had like a 5-minute thought on it, and that's what I did.
Right.
I was planning to go full bard. And I was like, well, this is my decision, and my decision has led me here.
Away from the path.
I think it's always kind of fun to see those live packs being made. It's not pre-game planned. It's, you know, what have you gotten yourself into? So, and we're going to circle back to that, because I think especially what just happened in the most recent episode, I've got some questions for how that impacts. But you guys succeed. You capture who will now be lovingly referred to as Tent Face.
Tent Face, the Lord of Cupcakes, yes.
Yes.
And yeah, I think actually Paul finally spoke up about it, but the amount of time that went to Gus's plan on cuckcake rehabilitation. How did no one have, like, no objections, like, this is gonna work?
I don't know if you're asking everybody, but I can tell you part one is, in the moment, it was really just Devin listening to Shane and just letting him have that moment, because there's no getting out of it. You just gotta let it happen.
At one point, I said, as Gus said, this is a great idea, and everyone agrees, right? And everybody like kind of jokingly said yes, but then I just really locked onto that. I was like, you said yes! You agreed to the cupcake plan! It will work! And honestly, the only thing that upsets me is that we didn't ever get to see it fail.
Did it? We don't. So technically,
it's Schrodinger's cupcake.
Yes.
Until it's proven that he's not a good guy.
So I was actually gonna say, I don't know how much you guys have worked out between you and Dwayne Shane on your Order of the Twice Baked Souls abilities, but maybe that's the final tier ability, is you get to just like shift someone's alignment one notch every time you feed them a cupcake. Like chaotic neutral, you become neutral. Next cupcake, neutral good. Next cupcake, we got him there, guys.
The Order of the Twice Baked Soul is a fully fleshed out class, all the way to level 20, so I can't sneak any features in, because I did give it to Dwayne to proof before I selected it as my class. So no changes. So I can't just go in and edit and be like, and also I was really strong the whole time. Super buff and cool. You get a plus 20 to everything.
Secret level 9 ritual.
Yeah. So nothing so far as that, but it is definitely like the kind of magical confection that they would like. Maybe not so much like an alignment shift, because 5e kind of has gotten away from alignments as they are a mechanical facet, but for sure like a charming cupcakes or something. It would definitely be within the realms of magic item creation.
Okay. All right. And then the outro to that episode, Dwayne teased us with a little scene between Bellamere down on a knee, fire burning everywhere, and Aya walks up and says something, I think, along the lines of like, "You had your chance." And then to like pivot on that a little bit, we've also had the Geosquam.
You're pronouncing
that name right now.
Yeah.
But we've kind of learned they have their own gods that appear to be kind of dragons-esque, and both Castiel and his stone and maybe this black onyx have like dragon memories and apparently can power portals. So kind of my wild speculation question for you guys, because I haven't yet pieced together like where Dwayne's going with this like Aya Bellamere sphere and also this other gods kind of sphere. So just any thoughts in general on your guys' end of where you kind of think maybe it's going in the blind?
Well, I think these dragons and possible gem dragons that the Geosquam are kind of worshipping, like, because that's the vibe I'm getting. I think they're from a totally other door. We've been introduced to these other doors, other stories, other worlds. So I think it's that fun stuff going on there. As for our fun, what happened to Bellamere and Aya, I think she might be mad at her god siblings, so they're throwing temper tantrums right now. That's what I got.
I can't say because I know.
That's why you gotta wildly speculate away so everybody gets that false flag operation.
Nope. just gotta plead the fifth.
Fair enough.
I should just give a teaser. Just say a couple words.
You could say one word.
I don't know. Anus. That's not it.
Anus. That's it. That's the secret.
If you figure out...
All right, everybody. Get into Discord, and I need to know what you're making of Devin's anus, okay?
We need a deep anus study.
Speculate. Deep dive.
Deep anal dive.
All right. We'll get there. We'll find out.
Every RPG player knows that the scariest final boss isn't Tiamat, Vecna, or Orcus. Why? It's none other than scheduling a game, that foul beast. It's no one's fault they can't make it. Tim? So how do we get a game together that is exciting, fresh, and worth exploring? The answer is plainly Roleplay Revolution. Roleplay Revolution allows you to generate ready-to-run adventures in minutes. It comes complete with NPCs, monsters, maps, and more. What a hoot! Your adventures can be highly complex for even the most intelligent, or as simple as you require. Isn't that right, Timmy? Roleplay Revolution has powerful tools that let you tweak your adventure after initial creation, so don't worry about all those last-minute great ideas that you come up with. You start by just throwing out some of your favorite themes, movies, games, etc., just to get the juices flowing a bit. Want to mix high fantasy with your favorite RPG title? Well, go crazy. A mustachioed plumbing brothers and steampunk? You got it. Your imagination is the limitation. Roleplay Revolution allows you to create the game you'd love to run, but just don't have the time to write. To spice it up even more, let's assume that Tim and your other quote-unquote friends are indisposed for a long period of time. Never fear! Roleplay Revolution has an AI-powered DM named Oracle. That's nice. That will never leave and keep its time commitments. Oracle will run the adventures you generate for you. You can run the adventures solo with Oracle, or have it GM for you and your friends. It's free to try, but we, Lawful Stupid, hope you'll hear this and go for the annual subscription. If you purchase the annual subscription and use the code Lawful Stupid at checkout, you'll get a whopping 20% off the total price. Head on over to roleplayrev.com and let the games begin.
So you guys then get to the archway, the fancy Space Jam slash what was it? I got distracted because everybody was singing the Space Jam song.
I'll never
as Devin as Dwayne described going
Everybody
through
come on, let's turn the slam now. We got a real jam going now.
He's gonna do it again. You have to stop him. This week's like, you have to stop him.
Right. And that. But you guys all had like wildly different experiences. Well, going through. Do you feel like for your characters that kind of prefaced the way you were seeing the new world, or was that just like the rush of Portal and I can put it past me?
I don't know, man. I'm stuck on that metronome. Like that. Like he's mentioned metronomes several times.
Oh yeah.
And then I think, well, I don't know. Me is like used to have play music. I think keeping in time. So then I think time, and where I like. What's up with this? There's something with this character that we've all seen or been in touch with, but know nothing about. Mm-hmm. So I don't remember if like the setting I had was like a library. I don't know why when he said library I was like, oh shoot, am I back in the library? Am I supposed to remember this? So somebody go back, but I don't know. It's a very good story he's setting up. I think I just don't know where it's all tying together yet.
Yeah, I will give Dwayne credit where credit's due. He is masterfully like putting out breadcrumbs, but not enough to like fully piece it together.
I can't say because I know.
Do you?
No.
Do you really?
Tell me now. To every question from now on. I can't say too much because I'm on the inside on this one.
For Darlings, she was like basically in darkness and with her patron at this point. At this point, I just think she knows she's fucked up somehow, and she's gonna have to fix it.
Did you say patron or phatron?
Phatron.
Is that a thing that I'm new to?
Yeah, a fae patron.
That's really good.
It is now.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's a fae patron. You just smush words together, Devin. Half the times I make shit up because sometimes I don't know the right word.
Well, it's great,
want.
but this is why I'm on Instagram still, not TikTok, because I'm way behind.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to like convert you soon.
Carry on.
I keep telling my wife that too. So, finally, we drop Prisoner off, and bam! Suddenly, almost a little anticlimactically, we meet Dad. He's there, turns around, bam, and I think it was Paul who said it after you guys like argued with him for like the first like 3-4 minutes, but I think the line was, "Dad, you were a lot cooler with all the mystery." But yeah, what was your guys' take from finally getting there and reunited with Papa?
I kind of felt like you did, where I was like, no, this is too easy. Like this is this feels like I was waiting for the other shoe to drop, and I guess it did. But yeah, that to me, because I'm sure the historians will go back and listen to the episode and tell me if I'm wrong or not. But I did ask Tuk Tuk directly, "Is our dad in where you live?" And he was like, "No." Then we go there and he's like, "Here's your dad."
I mean, Tuk Tuk, master of secrets, never told you he was the king either.
It's true.
So.
That's true. No,
We didn't inside it
I
ever.
do believe that had more to do with a interesting translation of the Geosquam word for home. I think that there was some allusion to that.
Yeah.
So I think there was something lost in translation there, because there's like, oh, this is our home, but this isn't our home. You know, like they don't have a word that describes accurately in common those concepts.
That is a cool explanation. I hadn't actually even thought about that Dwayne could be playing with those light misunderstandings.
And he doesn't even know what the Geosquam language is that I made up. So how does he? It's crazy.
And Tuk Tuk speaks perfect common.
Yeah.
Also true.
It's been outdated.
But for Daddy Derringer, I think like even though it was just kind of like lackluster, I think it also seemed appropriate because he's just a guy. He's just a dude.
True.
He seems to be like this grand figure or sorts, but like as a kid, that's kind of how you do it. But like when you approach your parents as an adult, they're just another person. So it felt right, as weird as it was.
Yeah, it felt very true.
Avon, you're telling us that we all just like grew up in 30 episodes and we were like, this man's an immortal legend, and 30 episodes later we're like, he's a guy.
My dad.
He's just a guy.
I love him. He's my papa.
He is prone to wandering in a way that gets him into trouble.
It's a Rolling Stone. Kind of almost have to. I will let you guys speak to it. The handful of questions I did have for the episode after that were a lot of towards Dwayne, because it was as you guys jump into the portal, debate. You know, do we do this? Will our souls be ripped from our bodies for a while? And I don't know, you know, how much like old D&D lore, like if any of you guys have ever dove into, but it felt very like once you guys crossed over, infinite staircase, right? It's the space between where you can hit like any dimension anywhere in the multiverse. Right. And is that the feel you guys were getting, or was it like, it's a lot of linking back to Goron, or?
No, I got it. I got the same vibe that you did. I got. It also reminds me a lot of the House from the Keys of the Kingdom series by Garth Nix. I was getting very the House vibes. If that specific reference lands with anybody out there,
does not land with me.
I send it to you with a kiss, stranger out there.
It's probably a boy. That's what he likes.
Fingers crossed.
Kissing boys.
Fingers
Always
crossed.
kissing the boys.
Yeah,
18 plus for podcast purposes.
and there's something like ominous, the fact that like it's just like empty, you know, like there's no one else like in the grand hallway of doors. I really wanted to go back, in this last episode. So
It's
I don't have anything else to add.
I mean, yeah. I guess DM always has the power to make you end up wherever they want,
True.
but it's a little bit ballsy of Dwayne throwing something in there like that, because
you could have done anything.
you never know when the players are going to be like, nope, we're going to stay in this world. I know you want us to go back, but I got to go see what's just over this hill.
Right.
Part of me thinks he did that with a deterrent of like how weirdly unsettling the world felt to us, like when we interacted with it.
Yeah.
So I don't think they would have stayed for long because they just would have had a permanent case of the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. Never feeling like you belong in that place.
I jokingly thought was like, because he like took us to a beach with like just like a bunch of water, and I mean obviously it could be an island anyway, but I was like, this is C2.
No, that was C2. We definitely
for
touched,
sure.
We set foot in Lumiere. That's a fact.
Yeah, love it.
Had to.
Yeah.
It was just a sandbar, but
Right. I mean, I'm sorry. Anyone who draws a different conclusion, you're wrong. Like, that's it's fact.
Lots of planets
Don't
have
care what
oceans,
Dwayne
asshole.
says.
Not like this. Not where you can smell it like this.
Now where it smells like salt water.
Yeah. How many of those oceans are made of dragons? Okay.
Yeah, think about it.
And of course, last episode we get back. You guys see World's End on fire, destroyed, and Gus runs off. Paul, you're very vocally like, back up. Let's see if we can hit the reverse the switch on this. Darling, you were kind of quiet. Were you just caught between the brothers? Like, shit, don't split the party, or what? What was she feeling when she saw that?
It was more like, how the fuck do I make up to my patron? Because this is apparently the Feywilds, and right now it's on fire. I don't know how to fix this. I don't have water. Here I am. I'm right here. That was her thought process, but her brothers were very loud in the process.
Oh.
You sounded exactly like Devin's
honestly. So it was a circle epiphany, because that was the thing that I wanted to loop back about when we were talking about when you took your pact, because it was to protect the Feywild or the Twilight Wilds, right? Mm-hmm. And clearly, yeah, you guys disappear for a year. This whole city within it burns to the ground. It's like, ooh, Darling's patron gonna be mad.
You also did it to save Tuk Tuk's life, and he was betrayed and murdered.
Right, yeah. And that was the I was like, because that was a question I was going to ask is, do you think that, you breaking this pact is going to be the end of Tuk Tuk? But
I didn't think about it being like, cause and effect like that. That's you killed Tuk Tuk, Abon, you monster.
I don't know. Part of me wonders if he's kind of like still weirdly there and alive somewhere, or just like in a half state and she just needs to get close like how Dwayne had it before. So I don't know. She's very conflicted. She doesn't want to leave the tower because she's just like, maybe if I stay in this nice safe magic bubble, my patron can't come get me. So I've been pondering a lot of things so far after that session.
Abon's planning. Darling's gonna go on the run, just like town to town, dancing for dinner.
Dwayne
never staying in one place for too long.
Well, he hasn't told me to remove my warlock thing yet, nor like pact of the betrayal or whatever. I don't know, something, right? Just I haven't gotten any repercussions yet, so I think her deal changed to protect Castiel, especially in that moment in the Black Void of like, well, you just left the Feywilds, come. So do your best, take care of Castiel. See you later, I guess, at some point.
And then, of course, we run into the Grand Magus. For a split second, I was waiting for it to be Findle. Was it only one?
No,
it was the Grand Magus immediately. Dwayne loves that fucker.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wondered about this because I believe early in C1, there's a point where you guys talk about a character that's reoccurring like that he kind of modeled Findle after. Is that the throwback that we're seeing now?
For sure.
Unrecorded.
Yeah, well, so I'll be honest. So if you listen to the C1 ending, the Grand Magus obviously shows up with Ilaria opening these doors. It's like the epilogue of C1. And I had a reservation then. I think you could hear me on the recording like, no! Because I was like, nobody understood it. That was for home games. You're just dropping this this super specific just to you character, like the most inside of inside jokes. But he's fucking here now.
He's in it.
And I had him in C3. Remember when if Laura comes through, she is looking for Grand Max.
All these little Easter eggs.
Oh, there's. I will say that there are 6 interconnected Easter eggs, self-referential to different campaigns, that no one has mentioned to me ever. Mm-hmm. I just don't think anybody's gotten them yet.
And what I will tell you is Campaign 3 has something from both worlds.
Yeah.
In them. There you go, Zeebs. Have fun with that assignment.
Yeah, I know. It's seen the personal quest just adopted onto my face now.
I'm looking at all the fans at this point, so I'm just like, okay, I'm excited to see who brings up what.
All right. I think that kind of wraps up to the last episode, unless anybody wants to detail into like what a smooch rebate entails.
I would actually like to clear the air on this.
Clear the air.
Dwayne seemed to act like I wanted him to smooch me.
Gross. No one wants a Dwayne kiss.
No, I'm saying a year of my life that I would have spent smooching May, I now did not experience. I need those smooches back, so I need to rewind time to get back my smooches. That's the smooch rebate.
I like it. It's pretty simple.
It's really not that complicated. Yeah. The air is clear.
And darling, how did it feel to find out after all of this that you are the favorite?
Oh, it was great. I doubt it though. I think he's just messing with her. She wants to hear it from Papa Dearest herself. What a coward telling some other man that she's the favorite.
Favorite from Imaginer. That's good.
Well, we'll see who takes care of you when you get old, Papa. Won't be darling.
We could just leave him now and just be like, you did this to yourself.
We put up 2 stones. One says he fucked around. The other one says
he found out.
He found out.
And last but not least, always a question from, again, Imaginer. He's the one actually being proactive and sending them to me.
Could be you
Somebody
next
else
time.
Get in Discord. Do it.
Could be you.
Yeah. But I'm going to generalize it. For those of you who do character voices, a lot of people struggle with trying to nail a certain voice and accent, and especially as a DM, right, shifting between NPCs. Are there any tips, tricks, things you guys practice to do to try and get that voice where you want it to be, or remember what the voice is actually supposed to be like?
I think one of the things I do is the name. How I say my name, how I tell someone my name as a character helps, just because sometimes shoot, how's Papa? And then I realized that my character's pretty much Puss in Boots. My kids were watching that, and I was like, I feel like I've accidentally slipped into kind of sounding like him. And then had the ding. So yeah, just trying to how you tell people your name as a character is always a good way to remember what your accent or style or whatever it is.
I think I've heard a lot of people that do voice acting say this before, and it's something that I'll do because it's easy to fall out of a character voice. It's real easy. I think I did it in this last episode, a touchstone phrase. There's something that when you say it, for example, anytime I go to everybody's favorite boy from C1, I can't just do the Kristoff voice. I am Kristoff. I have to just go through my lines, and I find the voice. So for Gus, it's something oh, whoa, I have to whoa, whoa.
Sorry, I missed it. What do you do?
What's up?
I missed it. What do you do to get?
Oh, oh no, dude, no. Oh.
I am shit at it. I prefer not to because I get far too flustered and embarrassed at it. Even though I know I'm playing with friends, I still get weird about it. So tricks that I've done where I'm kind of like in my own space or just like spur of the moment, because the tricky hat did have some of that from me, as much as I tried. Either be drunk enough or I usually kind of depend on my posture. Because when I'm playing Miss B, like, there's not much of a difference, but I'll sit up more straight. I'll be more proper. I'll try to, like, put on my best lady, right? Or, like, depending on who the character is, I fix how I sit.
That's good.
To try and project who that person is.
There's something to that for sure. I do a kind of similar thing, like where I try to immerse myself in the when Dwayne's like describing a setting, I'm like reacting to it. I'm like seeing the city out and before me. Like, there's something about the physicality of it that does help you get into character for sure.
Well, again, guys, thank you all. I appreciate the time you're spending to answer the questions. And in the name of the show, I'm going to pick on Shane this time as the outro. Shane, talk stupid to me.
Fleeva Florbin, Aduba Dorbin, Aruba Ruba, Asuba Suba. I want to sing about the Moona and the Juna and the Springa. I like to sing about a T42 or a sky that's blue. I like to sing ha!
It couldn't have been stupider than that.
Nope.
Amen.
We love you. Goodbye.
Love you.
Bye.
Something about a butthole.
Stupid.
I'll happily keep on chatting about any D&D thing people want to have. I'll happily keep on chatting about any D&D thing people want to have.
Stupid. Definitely worth the wait.